welcome. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Your video is about to start. I just wanted to invite you to take a moment with me to remember our deployed military members who cannot be home like most of us can be. It is a cause that is near and dear to my husband's heart and therefore my own as well. And if you feel like it, take a moment with us. Enjoy your video. Bye-bye. Hey guys, we have a doozy here, Friday Fraud Law Review. Thanks for being here. You know, I get a kick out of seeing what fraud is actually detected and then prosecuted. Of course, the amount that's prosecuted to the full halt and then reported is a tiny fraction, tiny fraction of what actually goes on. Because remember, most cases do not get prosecuted. They get dealt with in other ways, such as settling out, I suppose, pleas, all that kind of thing. Not that a plea isn't going to result in a conviction, but it's not something that they're necessarily going to document in terms of for the public. All right, so this one is a Mexican national residing in the lovely state of Kentucky, or is that a Commonwealth? Not sure. He was found guilty and sentenced, so I'm going to say his name because he's no longer presumed innocent until proven guilty. Miguel Angel, I guess, Angel Paiz Aguinaga. I'm probably butchering that. He's 53 years old, and he's getting 54 months in prison. The ultimate deal was 1 count of conspiracy to produce fraudulent identification documents and 2 counts of aggravated identity theft. So this is what he pled guilty to. But he conspired with others through social media applications and texts to make fraudulent Social Security cards, state ID cards, and U.S. permanent resident alien cards. Can you get more illegal alien than that? Miguel frequently used improperly obtained means of identification that he knew belonged to real people. He would then send these cards out via the U.S. mail to recipients in other states and hand deliver sets of cards for individuals without legal status. I think what they mean is illegal alien, to use for employment purposes. In return, the recipients paid him cash or through Zelle payments. Miguel, I'm saying that so I don't butcher his name through this whole thing, admitted that from October 1st, 2022 until his arrest in July of 2024, he produced and transferred over 100 sets of fraudulent identification documents. I wonder if those people with fraudulent identification voted. What do we think, guys? Admitted to receiving more than $233,000 from the fraudulent scheme during the same time period. Wow, that's a nice, pretty big salary. That's over 6 figures a year. Yeah. Under federal law, Miguel must serve 85% of his prison sentence. Okay, so what does that mean? You get a 15% reduction? That sounds better than what we used to hear about 30%, right? Or a third? Who knows? Upon his release from prison, he will be under the supervision of the U.S. Probation Office for 3 years. Not so nice. Miguel was also ordered to pay the $233,000 in a money judgment. We'll see if that ever happens, people. All right. So, yep, if you don't think fraud happens, think again. And it's big money. When you think about it, this is like, if what's reported is like 0.1%, I'm just pulling that number out. Imagine how big the numbers really are. And that's only the ones that are caught. We got the caught ones, and we've got the ones that are prosecuted in the official way, and then the very small number that are actually reported here. And of all that defrauded money, how much do you think comes back? How much do you think we recover from those fraudulent takings? I suspect it's very small because I have a feeling it's always spent or shipped overseas. All right, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining and taking a listen to this video. If you have any questions that relate to this or anything else with regard to Social Security, disability, retirement, SSI, etc., please do feel free to post it in the comments below, even if it's not necessarily related to this video, and I will see them. And if it's something I can do a video on, I will be happy to do that. If you are looking for representation in a current battle to prove that you are disabled, whether you have applied yet or not, and ideally, if you have not applied yet, that's when we like to come in and start from the beginning and do our wonders. You can go to joydisability.com, look up to your left, and there's a little link for a free SSD evaluation, and we will take a look at it and let you know one way or the other. If you are looking for a consultation, not representation, or you can't get representation for whatever reason, or it's a non-representational type of issue you need to review, you are more than welcome to order a prepaid consultation. It will be with me personally, and that link is on that same page, joydisability.com, but over on the upper right. Anyway, thanks for staying tuned, and I hope to see you every day, 9 a.m. with our little video shares or live Q&A if you want to join me live on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.